Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. How did LVMH become a $500 billion luxury house? Come, let's look into the mesmerizing truth. The achievement comes less than 2 weeks after LVMH joined the ranks of the world's 10 biggest companies, powered by a surge in first quarter sales. Rival Hermes International SA subsequently published its own strong numbers, reinforcing the view that China's reopening from pandemic lockdowns is fueling growth across the industry. Louis Vuitton, Moët Hennessy, LVMH, is a global luxury brand that has grown into a powerhouse of 75 brands. The company's revenue has been on the rise, with $86.3 billion in revenue in 2022, up 23% from 2021. In the first quarter of 2023, the company recorded revenue of $22.9 billion, up 17% compared to the same period in 2022, and reaching a stock price of $191.99 on May 11, 2023. Its store count more than quintupled between 1999 and 2022, with stores across 81 countries and more than 196,000 employees worldwide, making it a true leader in luxury by multiple measures. LVMH's founder, Bernard Arnault, has a clear vision for the group's purpose: creating timeless luxury brands. The brand's history began in 1837, when Louis Vuitton, a craftsman's apprentice, started in master trunk making. The company's CEO between 1988 and 1995, Vincent Bastien, brought a different strategy to the brand, focusing on becoming democratic, but not vulgar. Arnault's strong intuition and courage allowed him to take risks and find gems for undervalued items. LVMH's aggressive acquisition strategy and wide portfolio lend itself to Arnault's watchfulness as a businessman. All 5 of Arnault's children hold key management roles, including an executive at Christian Dior, an EVP at Tiffany, a chairman and CEO of LVMH's holding company, Christian Dior SE, among other roles. The family business, especially in the luxury area, is key for success. Luxury, by definition, has heritage and legacy, and that is what you find in the consistency of a family. LVMH's growth was so rapid that net income surpassed the $1 billion mark in 2004. By comparison, Kering, then known as Pinault Printemps Redoute and owner of brands such as Gucci, YSL, and Balenciaga, reached $1.1 billion the same year. Between 2009 and 2011, the company saw an enormous 75% increase in net income. LVMH's international reach in Asia, a market it originally entered via Hong Kong in 1992, has strengthened dramatically between 2003 and 2022. LVMH North America chairman and CEO since 2016, Anish Melwani, says the company's focus on storytelling and brand building have been key to the company's success. Luxury is connected to the human emotion of accomplishment, and people buy luxury products because they can afford superior quality and participate in the storytelling behind those brands. LVMH has made several billion-dollar acquisitions, including Bulgari in 2011, 80% stake in Rimowa in 2016, Dior in 2017 for $13 billion, and its biggest and most recent Tiffany for $15.8 billion in 2021. Arnault is a brutal negotiator, grinding people down to the last penny. After the pandemic, he took the brand to court, and even uglier negotiation all in, buying it for $16 billion. 3 years after buying Tiffany, they have doubled their profits and are now earning over $1 billion a year. LVMH's current portfolio spans across multiple categories, including perfume and cosmetics, selective retailing, wine and spirits, Sephora, Starboard Cruise Services, and Royal Van Lent, a high-quality yacht maker. Between 2005 and 2022, revenue jumped from $16.9 billion to $86 billion, a 500% increase. In 2023, LVMH's staggering growth and supremacy in luxury continue to be a significant player in the industry. LVMH, a luxury conglomerate, has managed to maintain its position as a cultural company by investing heavily in its store network and employment. The company's stock rose steadily from March 2020 after a sharp but brief decline during the pandemic. Despite some competitors raising prices, LVMH's consumers remain almost totally immune to inflation. The LVMH consumer is a wealthy consumer with savings during the pandemic and income that they are not affected by. LVMH prides itself on being a culture company, investing heavily in its store network, production facilities, and employment. Operating investments totaled $5.4 billion in 2022, with $234 million poured into employee training alone. This investment is another factor in maintaining high prices during the pandemic. LVMH's focus on expanding its store footprint echoes its desire to be a vertically integrated company, where each brand controls everything between production and manufacture to consumer-facing point of sale in its brick-and-mortar stores. After the pandemic, LVMH has seen extraordinary growth in e-commerce and digital channels, but now sees a rebalancing back towards brick-and-mortar stores. Stores for luxury goods are much like churches to the brand, and they are essential for the emotional experience and making consumers forget about price. LVMH nurtures its designers, giving them autonomy in curating collections and developing their creative visions. The company has also been focusing on long-term cultural relevance and reinventing brands. The late Virgil Abloh, Louis Vuitton's men's designer between 2017 and 2022, introduced a new streetwear-focused audience to the brand. This collaboration with Supreme was a turning point in LVMH's success, as it brought in new generations and embraced streetwear. LVMH's success is evident in its ability to tap into the nuclear core of youth culture, which drives luxury sales. The company has also faced challenges with the China market, with partial COVID lockdowns causing Asia's revenue contribution to fall by 5 points to 30%. However, in the 2023 first quarter, LVMH reported a 14% increase in revenue in Asia, compared to an 8% decline in 2020's fourth quarter. LVMH's portfolio of 75 brands requires constant upkeep to remain exclusive yet large and execute in new categories. To create desirability, the company uses its incredible heritage, which is a competitive moat created over decades or centuries. LVMH, a leading luxury brand, prioritizes innovation and sustainability in its long-term strategy. The company has invested heavily in experiences, including Belmont Hotels, which includes Cheval Blanc, Maisons, and Bulgari Hotels. LVMH's hospitality industry experience dates back to 2000, and the resale market for luxury goods has seen significant growth. Innovative companies like RealReal and Fashionphile have seen tremendous growth, and consumers now have visibility and awareness of the value of their bags after purchase. Resale values indicate brand equity, as consumers now know how much they can resell their items for. However, the luxury market's exclusivity has opened a door to the counterfeit market, worth half $1 trillion. To combat this issue, LVMH partnered with Prada and Cartier to develop the Aura Block Consortium, an RFID and blockchain-based technology that allows customers to trace a luxury product through its life cycle. In its 2022 earnings, LVMH emphasized strategic priorities in store expansion and evolving its digital presence, supported by selective investments and cost management. Longevity in the luxury industry is fueled by the concept of legacy, and the company looks forward to the next 100 years. For example, in Manhattan, the Bulgari store, Tiffany headquarters, and Louis Vuitton store are all part of Bernard Arnault's luxury world. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to explore more about us in our channel.